Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Bull City Hangout 1126. No, 25. Sorry about that. I'm Pat Murray. I publish the Durham Skywriter. That's Durham's online community paper. Check it out at durhamskywriter.com. Now, it's Bull City Hangout. I tell you what's happening today in Durham, and I invite you to click on that link right there on the Durham Skywriter Facebook page to join me on camera, shoot the breeze, say hello, promote yourself, your special event, etc., etc. And if you could share this out, I'd really appreciate it because then more people here in Durham can find out what's happening. So let me put on my spec. Where are my specs? Put on my specs all the way over here. And I'm going to move my keyboard out of the way so I don't accidentally knock myself offline. Let's see. Actually, somebody is messaging me. Let me see if I could tell him that I'm doing my show. Maybe he'll even join us on camera. Let's see. Okay, doing my show right now. Let's see. I'll say, check it out you if you like. There we go. I like to invite people to check out the show. And now let me go back to Durham Skywriter. DurhamSkywriter.com. So I am now on the Word page. That's the government and nonprofit information page, chock full of really great programs and services. He wants the link. Okay, let me just, I'm just going to say Durham Skywriter YouTube channel. Durham Skywriter. How do you spell writers? YouTube. Oh, or Facebook. There you go. Now, back to the show. Okay, so back to DurhamSkywriter.com. So the Word page, lots of great programs and services being offered by local nonprofits, also city government and county and state as well. So check it out. You might find a place to volunteer for, or you might just want to get some help for yourself, your family. All that would be super great. So definitely check out the Word page. Go to DurhamSkywriter.com and then click or scroll down to the Word page. Okay, let's look at a couple of items. I do have quite a few classes listed for under the American Red Cross, where you can literally save lives by doing the right thing. Some of the classes are online, some are in person, some are a combination of the two. Now, the Durham County Libraries, with today being Tuesday, they're open until 8. Bragtown is open until 6. And then the libraries reopen tomorrow at 9:30, and Bragtown reopens at 10 tomorrow. Okay, now it is the holiday season, and a lot of us are short on cash, if you know what I'm saying. So I have a couple of ideas, not necessarily for gifts, but ways that you can help people in your family. For example, caption call. If you know someone who is hearing impaired and you wish you could call them on the phone, or when you do call them on the phone, it's really difficult because they have to turn up the volume and really struggle. So caption call is a free service. So basically, you can use your own cell phone. I'm saying you, but maybe the person you're calling, okay? Maybe they already have a cell phone, iPhone or Android. But if they don't, you can get them a home phone and it's free. And what happens is when you call them, then they can see what you're saying. You know the slang, you see what I'm saying? They can literally see what you're saying. And then you can have your conversation, which is wonderful. Our local salesperson is, I don't know if salesperson is the right word. I'm going to say contact because this is free after all. James Katsanas, or he told me to ignore the T. Katsanas, Okay, so you can definitely give him a little call or write to him and get more information. The way this is free, he explains that our taxes have already paid for this service for people who are hearing impaired. So check it out. It's called Caption Call and is right there on the Word page. Now I'm going to scroll down because there's another service. Let's see if I can find it easily, real quick. Let's see. There's so much on this page now, it's ridiculous. Let's see if I can find it real quick. Darn it. I will find it. Oh, okay. I stumbled across it. I forgot about this one. Okay. The State Library of North Carolina, they help blind and visually impaired people gain access to more than 100,000 books in Braille, large print, and audio. Now, you can always, if you know someone who is blind, visually impaired, and they want to get some reading in, they can always download books to their own device. But here's the thing, that could take up an awful lot of space on their cell phone, the large print books. So here's what they can do, they can borrow a digital talking book player totally free. This would be a wonderful, like I said, it's the holiday season and we're broke. So this is another way you can help your family. So after they get the digital talking book player free of charge, which they're borrowing, not keeping forever, but they can order books and magazines on like I guess you call it a cartridge or whatever. And they'll be delivered to the home also for free. So you can call or write for more information. Hey, Malachi is here. What are you saying, Malachi? Hello, everybody. Happy holidays. What are y'all doing for Thanksgiving? Well, I'll probably, actually, I plan to get a lot of cleaning done of my house. My family's in Chicago. And I shouldn't say my last family member because I do have cousins here, but my cousin Julia died last week. Her funeral was last week. Um, so yeah, I'll probably just clean up the house, do some ironing, get some stuff done. Hey, Panda's here. All right, New York City. He said New York City has free book house. Only kids get free stuff. Interesting. Here in Durham, they have these. I don't even know what they call them. They're these little houses that you can build or buy, and they're on just various streets. I see them everywhere in different neighborhoods. And if you've read a book and you're bored, you don't need it anymore. You can put it in one of these boxes, and then you can go buy these little houses. And if you see a book you like, you just take it. And some of the books are for kids, some are for adults and whatnot. I haven't seen anything super duper crazy, but I've seen Harry Potter books. Those books were real popular years back. That's another way to thank you, Panda, because that's another idea for Christmas shopping. I'm just saying we're broke. And that's another way, if you want to introduce books to your kids or whatever, or if you know someone who loves to read and you find a book that you know they'll like, get it from one of those free book houses. Yeah, and another place to go. Uh, it's on University Drive. Book Harvest. They have free books as well for infants all the way up through high school. They always have books outside their so-called. It's not a shop, but their spot over there, right where Highway 15501 starts. You can take your kids there, and they can choose a book to take home. Another great idea. Thank you, Panda. Appreciate that. And thank you, Malachi. Oh, Barb is going to be visiting us later. Awesome. Okay, Barb, I'll bring you on right after the weather. Yeah, I like to tell folks that you can always join me on camera. All you need to do is to go to the Drum Skywriter Facebook page. The link is right there. Did I remember to put the link? I think I did. Well, if Barb is joining us, then I guess so. And Panda's saying the library here, they don't want homeless hanging out for more than 3 hours, but if you have kids, they'll let you stay. Yeah, that's New York. Yeah, in Durham, and it might be that way in Chicago, where I'm from. Um, I do remember homeless people hanging out in Chicago. They're sitting quietly. They don't bother them in Chicago. But here in Durham, yeah, they can hang out too, as long as they're nice. Sometimes I saw a gentleman come through. we were having a little community event in the lobby, and he came and swiped all the food, so I had to reprimand him about that. But anyway, so anyway, I haven't seen people being bothered in Woodlawn, which is a low income area. The Bessie Coleman Library, people are always hanging out there, and they might not let them hang out in Hyde Park, University of Chicago, but yeah, Woodlawn, Inglewood too. Inglewood is even lower income than Woodlawn. Anyway, let me continue. Let's see. You know what? While I'm thinking about it, because there are quite a few people getting free groceries, especially this week because of Thanksgiving. People are really looking for help. Let me point out the Durham community fridges. We are back up to three. So there's St. Joseph Episcopal Church, 1902 West Main Street on the Iredell Street side, served by the bus number 11. The Scrap Exchange, 2050 Chapel Hill Road in the Lakewood Shopping Center, they're served by number 10. And Bragtown Baptist Church, 3218 North Roxborough Street, and they're served by number 4. Basically, this is where you can drop off food. Suppose, like, you're like me. Occasionally, you need help. You go to the food pantry or one of the churches, you get free groceries. But again, if you're like me and you can't eat everything because of high blood pressure or whatever, don't throw the food out. Take it to one of the community fridges and help people who can definitely use that food. Next to each community fridge is a cabinet, so you can always drop off bags of rice, beans, canned goods, um, whatever is non-perishable. Also, check the website. The link is right there on the Durham Skywriter word page, and you can always check the what's going on with the community fridges, what's in there, whether they need cleaning, and also whether the temperature is right. Because it's run by just regular folks, 24/7 access for both people giving and receiving. So definitely keep that in mind when you get the free food. And if you go shopping, maybe you can get a 2-for-1 sale, 3-for-1 sale, and then share with people who need it. And Panda's saying he knows a place giving out free food, but he can't pick it up right now because he needs to. Yeah, he works. Panda works at night, so yeah, he tries to get work when he can. Tries to get food when he can and rest when he can because he works at night. And I understand that struggle. Okay, let me keep this moving here real quick. Let me check Durham Tech real quick, and because I don't want Barb to wait forever. So let's check with Durham Tech and see what free classes are available for entrepreneurs, budding entrepreneurs. Let's see, today is what? Tuesday. Okay, let's see. Let me mute the backstage feed real quick. There we go. Okay. Yeah, it is holiday week. So today's the last class. The last day you can take a free class online with any of these small business centers that offer classes totally for free online. So today there's three classes. One from 1 until 3, QuickBook items, QuickBooks items class for small business owners. QuickBooks is an accounting program. So that's going to be at 1 o'clock. And then at 2 o'clock, budgeting and money management, very important. And then at 6 o'clock, Advanced Entrepreneur Academy course, Staying in Business for the Long Haul, Part 4. And if you missed parts 1 through 3, don't worry about it. It's a free class and it'll probably catch you up and you'll probably learn lots of great stuff. Anyway, okay, let's see. Let's go to the To Your Health page where you can participate in any of several. I have at least a dozen research studies that you can take part in. They compensate you for your participation because they really appreciate it. They have all different types of studies. There's one study where they want to study how desserts affect the brain, sugar and whatnot. So you can take part in that. That sounds like fun, actually, because I don't mind a good dessert. They also have another study if you're taking care of someone with Alzheimer's or dementia. They want to study how music affects them, so you can do that. So anyway, there's at least a dozen, and I just got 2 more studies that I will be inputting today. Actually, 3. Here's another one. Okay, this is all about lung cancer and radon. Um, I'm always picking up information. So anyway, let's see. What I want to do right now is to check for blood drives because you can literally save lives by donating blood. Let's see. Today's the 25th. Oh, it's understandable. Yeah. Because of the holiday, the American Red Cross is not going to have a blood drive until the day after Thanksgiving. So that's Friday. Okay. Blood Connection, they do the same thing. Their next blood drive is Saturday. Understandable. Now, today's Tuesday. So let me tell you about the Health Equipment Loan Program, also known as the HELP program, run by the county. I really want to point this out because you might have someone visiting you who's elderly or maybe they are disabled. You can borrow things like wheelchairs and you can keep them for like 3 months. So here's the deal. They're located at 4206 North Roxborough Street. They're only open 2 days a week, Tuesdays 10 to 2, Fridays 1 to 5. You go there, you can donate items of self transport, self care. I've got the whole list right there on the To Your Health page. Things like wheelchairs, walkers, strollers, canes, crutches, things to help you in the toilet, the shower, ways to get in and out of your house, your car. So if you need to borrow any of these items, you can definitely do so. Again, they're only open Tuesdays and Fridays. So if you know someone who's going to be disabled or elderly or had an accident, and they're going to come to your house for the Thanksgiving holiday, see if you can get one of these items to help them out. Totally free, so why not? At least check it out. And Panda is saying he used to work for Covance. Now, mind you, he is in New York, so he's saying things that aren't familiar to us. It's a medical facility that people like yourself can participate in medical studies. I did it for a year and a half. Okay, Panda, awesome. Again, it's a great way to help the local, and so I do have one listed here that's not local, but usually local universities, colleges, medical schools, and also just scientific research. As you know, we have Research Triangle Park here, so we do have medical um, related businesses and research facilities here in Durham. So there's probably a lot more research studies that I don't even know about. But like I said, I just went out to a health fair and just picked up three. So there you go. Let me continue. Okay, so again, that's Project Access's Health Equipment Loan Program, open today until 2, 4206 North Roxborough Street. Okay, let's now go to let me go to the top of the page, click on the health events button, and see if there are any health events I need to tell you about. With today being the 25th, let's see. Let's see. Okay, one thing's happening today, and that is the Young Adult Cancer Meetup. That is tonight, 6:30 until 7:30, where young adults ages 18 to 39 with cancer, they can go online, share information, hang out, use some of their black humor on themselves. I know sometimes when you're going through something and you're the way you deal with it, sometimes people don't understand. So you're talking with people who are in your same predicament. So you can also get some resources as well. It's run by Duke, and again, it's for people ages 18 to 39 with cancer. And I have a link right there so you can go ahead and register. All right. Oh, tomorrow morning. Now, this is in person. The Duke Dementia Morning Care Partner Support Group, that's a mouthful, but basically people who are caring for others with Alzheimer's or dementia. You can meet at the Greystone Church, 2601 Hillsborough Road tomorrow at 10:30. And I remember pre-COVID, after the meeting, they would always go to Hillsborough Road to one of the restaurants. I don't know if they're doing that yet again, but that would be nice. That would be nice if they started that up again too. All right, so that is it for today. Let's go to the Senior Scope page and see what's happening at the Durham Center for Senior Life. 406 Rigsby Avenue, they have their own parking lot. They have their own workout rooms. They have computer lab. They've got a theater. They've got a cafe. I mean, you can't actually like buy food there, but they do have a cafe for when there's events or there's food. They've got a pool room. They've got a pool table. They have a an art room so you can paint and draw and do all that other whatever you do with art, color by numbers, whatever you like to do. So it's a great place to hang out if you're 55 plus. So let's see what's going on there today at 406 Rixby Avenue, with today being Tuesday. Let's see. Afternoon bingo at 1, quilt making at 1, Arthritis Foundation exercise program at 2:15. Pinochle and Kings in the Corner, those are both some kind of card games which you can play until 7, because with today being Tuesday, the center is open late until like 7:30. So if you're a 9 to 5er, you can stop by after work, get a workout in. What else is happening today? DCSL band practice. Yes, they have a band too. So they'll be rehearsing at 2, and you can stop in and listen. They're really good. Women's pool. So if you're a woman, you want to play some billiards, you can do that from 4 until 7:15. You can do that at any time. Actually, it's not like women are prohibited, but it's just sometimes women just want to not compete with the guys and just you know avoid the. I don't think profanity is allowed. But anyway, sometimes women just want to just have the pool room to themselves. So that's from 4 until 7:15. The fitness center and the tech lab are open now, but they're also open for drop-ins after work hours from 5 until 7:15. Then there's evening line dancing with Lafayette at 6:15. And tomorrow they'll be having French 1 class at 9. Total body workout. Oh, oops, no class on the 26th. Oh, scratch that. Quick drawing class at 10, ping pong at 10, Hispanic Heritage Group, well, they'll be having activities from 10 until 2 in Spanish, and Spanish 2 class at 1. Let me check for the special events. Let's see, today's the 25th. Let's see. um, the check-in. That just started 5 minutes ago. The monthly member check-in. This is where you can bring your lunch if you like, but you can sit in the theater and meet the people who run the center, the director and some of the staff, maybe even the volunteers. Give them some ideas. Maybe you have an idea for a class that they're not having, or a workshop, or something like that, a one-off or recurring class or workshop. Give them your ideas. I have a feeling that's how a lot of the activities got started. Like when the center first opened, I knew they needed music, so I volunteered DJ'd last Friday every afternoon. On last Fridays, I think it was, what was it, from 2 until 5, something like that. I actually miss those days, but yeah, that's what I used to do. I just did it because I wanted to do it. So give them some ideas. And also happening tomorrow at 9:30, you can have your important documents notarized. So that will be tomorrow from 9:30 until 11. Give them a quick call and let them know you're on your way. Don't forget that the Little River Senior Center exists. They're north of Durham in Bahama, which is still in Durham County. So you can go there if you're a senior. If you don't want to go downtown, if you're living north, yeah, head over to the Little River Senior Center, 8305 North Roxborough Road. They have all these different activities. You can hang out. They've got free lunch at 11:30. They have access to the gym. You bring your basketball and just have fun. So there you go. Oh, Panda's saying there was a Covance where I lived. So he's probably talking about Chicago, because I think Panda's been to Chicago too, but they closed it down. Yeah, I'm not familiar with Covance. Yeah, that's new to me. Yeah, I don't know that one. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. The last page that we will be visiting, of course, I'll do the weather in a second, but let's check the Let's Go page to see what's on the calendar of events page. Let's scroll down to 25. Okay, let's see. Ooh, the grocery giveaway at New Visions of Africa restaurant starts in 5 minutes. So if you're driving, go ahead and park in the WD Hill parking lot. Oh, let me give you the address. 1306 Fayetteville Street, So if you're driving, like I said, park in the parking lot for next door, which is WD Hill. If you're on the bus, it's the 5 or the 5K bus. If you have a rollaway cart, see if you can bring that, because sometimes they almost give away too much food. So yeah, definitely head that way as soon as possible. Just hop over there right now. Watch the rest of my show later. I want you to get your food. Also happening today. Oh, there's going to be two farmers markets today, but let me read first things in order. Wheels Durham is having their Thanksgiving break public skate. That's going to be today, 1:30 until 4:30. Admission is $10 for the skaters. You can rent skates if you don't own roller skates. Six, seven for roller blades, and then skate mate rentals are six. This is a new thing. I think skate mate is what they're calling like your friend. So if you're bringing your friend with you, then you're renting skates for six, and then they can rent for six. And maybe that includes admission. I'm not sure how that works. But anyway, there you go. Now, if you're an adult and you're just watching your little ones, then you have to pay for because they do want, it's owned by the city. They want to make their money. Just saying. There's a couple of rules you have to follow. So go to durhamskywriter.com, go to the Let's Go page, and then read the rules. Just keep everything cool. Now, the Durham Farmers Market is having a special Thanksgiving market today from 2 until 5 in Durham Central Park, 501 Foster Street. Park for free. Go just west. Park in the Measurement Incorporated parking lot on Morris. So not only can you buy fresh produce and get your ingredients, for your holiday meal today, again, from 2 until 5, they're going to have free hot cocoa, all right, arts and crafts. They'll be giving $5 Sprouts Bucks to the kids. So each child will be able to spend $5 at the farmer's market. I think that is super awesome. And again, if you're using SNAP, if you're public housing resident, WIC, whatever, you can double your money. They have these wooden coins. So you swipe your card or whatever, go to the manager's table, check in, and suppose you're going to spend $10, they'll give you $10 worth of wooden tokens to spend, which is, now they're not good with all of the vendors, but some of the vendors. So they'll probably give you a list so you can go ahead and shop with the right vendors. Now, if you're looking for something to do for your kiddies, the Wildflower Data and Learning, they're having a holiday kids workshop called Floating Colors, the science of surface tension through paper marbling. You might not have heard of that, but I know what that is because I've seen it on YouTube. Basically, it's water, and then you delicately and with skill and purpose, you add paints and tints to the paper, to the water, and then you slide paper in and you make designs. It's really beautiful. And then the paints and the tints adhere to the paper. It's wild. Anyway, your kid can learn how to do that today at Seeds, which is at 706 Gilbert Street. Starting at 2:30. So they don't want anyone there younger than 8. It could be a little messy. So age is 8 plus. So this is a Japanese marbling technique. They can learn how to make their Christmas cards or whatever. So the class fee is 15. You can go ahead and sign up right now. And again, it's this afternoon at 2:30. Now the South Durham Farmers Market, they're having their special Thanksgiving market today also. They're at Hub RTP 500 Park Offices Drive off of Highway 54. So that's going to be from 3 until 5. Same deal as far as the SNAP, EBT, DHA residents, etc. You can double your money as well. They have wooden tokens too. They're not the same as the ones downtown because I guess they want to keep you as a customer. So each farmer's market has their own coins, but still you can double your money. Okay. Oh, Panda's saying they had one. Okay, so he's saying that they had one in Florida, one in North Carolina, one in Chicago, one in Wisconsin, two in Texas, one in Tennessee, and one in Georgia. Awesome. Okay. Thank you, Panda, for that. Appreciate it. Now, I'll be telling you this every day. This is going to happen every single day through January 3rd, but the Durham Bulls Festa Bull of Lights is at the DPAP tonight and every night for a while, through Christmas, through New Year's. So it's at the Durham Bulls Athletic Park, 409 Blackwell Street, from 5:30 until 9 every single night, including Saturday and Sunday. Great place for the kids. You take them. They're going to have the whole ballpark festooned with these twinkling lights, synchronized to holiday music. They have the NC by Train Holiday Express. Somehow they have a train in the ballpark. Go figure. They figured it out. They have a holiday craft zone. They've got a place to write letters to Santa and a place to mail the letters. They have a s'more and fire pits zone. Be careful because fire pit means fire, so be careful with the little ones. They have an opportunity for you to meet Santa Claus and Wool-E Claus. Okay. And Panda, if you don't know, Willie Bull is the Durham Bulls baseball team, minor league baseball team uh, mascot. They're going to have a scavenger hunt. They're going to have Christmas Tree Alley and a thrilling ride on the holiday slide. Tickets are 12. I think that's a great price. It's free if you're 2 and younger. So you can go to the box office on weekdays during the day between 9 and 5 to get your tickets. And one thing I have to appreciate, unlike I'm not going to name any names, but sometimes you want to go see your favorite pop star and the tickets are sold after they make the announcement and you can't go, you can't afford it anyway. They're keeping the prices really at a good level. 12 is great. Also, they're making sure that tickets are available every single day. So when you go to the box office, you can get tickets. As long as you've got the money, you can go. I appreciate that. I really do. So it's every night, 5:30 until 9. Okay. Panda, vegan. Is there such a thing as vegan I mean, isn't cocoa like, oh, milk is from cows. Okay, vegan hot cocoa. Okay, they probably have that too. Like coconut milk with, that's probably good too. Okay, I never even thought about that. Yeah, Panda's vegan. So sometimes, I don't think about those things. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how it is with SNAP, especially in New York City, where the poverty is you have huge numbers. Much more manageable here in a smaller town. But yeah, I don't know how that works with SNAP. Yeah, I don't know if you can. I don't know if there's a grace period where you can apply again. I don't know. Yeah, New York's a tough town. It's a tough. I used to visit my great aunt there. She was on welfare, and she lived in the projects in the Bronx. And she had it pretty good though because she was elderly. But yeah, yeah, it's tough. I don't know what to say. That's tough. Oh, today is the free community meal. I'm going to go. The Elizabeth Street United Methodist Church, they do this once a month. They have the free community meal open to all. So it's a pleasant meal. They've got plenty of food. So you enter the fellowship hall behind the education building. Let me explain how that works. So when you go there, the church has several buildings. So you don't go in the front door because that's the education building. That's where the nonprofits are. So you don't go in that door. So if you're driving there, you park in the lot and then you go through the lot to the back where the playground is. And the back door is to the fellowship hall. And I usually park on the street because there's so many people going. So yeah, that's going to be tonight from 6 until 8, 1209 North Elizabeth Street. See you there because I'm going. And they say if you like to share a dish, yeah, bring your favorite holiday dish because people do like to share sometimes. Maybe I'll make some of my famous, almost world famous cornbread. I'll think about that. Okay. Also happening this evening, the Dog Moms of Durham. They're having their monthly meetup, the Bark and Bond Social at Boxyard RTP, 900 Park Offices Drive off of Highway 54. So this is where you take your dog for some social time at the Bark Yard from 6 until 7. And then there's human social time from 7 until 8. It's totally free. You don't have to buy anything. But if you have the money, they do have, I almost said fast food. What's it called? Restaurants. They do have restaurants there. They've got Korean, barbecue. I think BU is still there, the coffee shop. There's something else I'm missing. Korean, barbecue, coffee shop. I think there's one or two other eateries there. But anyway, you don't have to spend money if you don't want to. You can bring your own if you like, or you can just go ahead and get a beverage if you don't have the money. But it's a great way to hang out with other dog owners from 6 until 8 at the box yard. Now, the Glass Jog Run Club, they'll be running at the Parkwood Ballpark. So they're going to meet at the ballpark right before 6, and they'll be running until around 8. So you can do the 2 mile walk or the 5K jog or run. Strollers are welcome. Well behaved dogs are welcome. Totally free. Now, it starts in the Parkwood Ballpark at 5200 Revere Road, but it ends over at the Glass Jug Beer Lab, the one on Highway 55. Now, now the kids will know this. Wheels Durham, the roller skating rink at 715 North Hoover Road, they're going to host 6-7 skate night. If you know, you know. I'm not even going to explain it. The kids know. That'll be from 6 until 8:30. So, if you're a skater, you can choose either to pay 6 to get in, which is just admission, or 7, which includes a 10 credit game card. It's up to you and how much money you want to spend. They have skate rentals there if you want to rent skates, if you don't own skates. And that again is going to be from 6 until 8:30. The Black and Brown Ballet class is at the Hayti Heritage Center on the corner of Fayetteville and Lakewood from 6:30 until 8. Class fee is 10. The Aldersgate United Methodist Church at 1320 Umstead Road, they're going to have their weekly community pickleball, and that's going to be from 6:30 until 8:30. You go to the big building, that's where the gym is, at 1320 Umstead Road. It's totally free, and minors are only welcome if they're coming with their parent or legal guardian. The Tuesday Blues Jam is from 7 till 10 at the Blue Note Grill, 709 Washington Street. Now, if you play guitar or bass, don't bring your amp. You can use one of their amps. I think that's very nice. Now, it's free admission. You can just, hop on stage. Well, you sign up and then hop on stage. And it's all free. You can dance. But it is a restaurant, so they would appreciate it if you would order a little something. And Pam is pointing out oatmeal. Okay, yeah, I know there's a bunch. Now I know some people like almond milk, oat milk, coconut. Yeah, I've had coconut milk. I remember Pop used to bring home coconuts and we'd pound holes in them and drink the milk. Okay, couple more things happening. One more thing happening today. The North Carolina Jazz Repertory Orchestra, led by Jim Ketch, they'll be having their monthly residency at the Sharp 9 Gallery. That's in the business district over there by Fayetteville Road and Martin Luther King Parkway. That's starting at 7:30. Tickets are $30, and you can click and get more information and get your ticket. Now, tomorrow, Bell Yeager Free Will Baptist Church at 128 East Cornwallis Road, they're going to have their food giveaway from 10 until noon. Get there early, folks. Get there early. I was there last week. The parking lot was full at 10 o'clock. I mean, serious. So if you need the food. And now last week, they were giving away turkeys. People were so thrilled. And I have a feeling because they're well connected, they might have turkeys tomorrow too. So if you need the help, don't be embarrassed. That's what they're there for. They served more people last week than I think they served about 200 people, 200 cars. So yeah, so that's going to be tomorrow from 10 until noon, but get there way before 10. 128 East Cornwallis Road. Don't forget also Catholic Charities. They run the Durham Community Food Pantry, 2020 Chapel Hill Road in the Lakewood Shopping Center. If you need help, stop by. They have people there who speak Spanish and French. Some of the volunteers, I noticed they're from the Desi community. So if you're from Sri Lanka or whatever, maybe someone there will be speaking your language. Basically, you talk to a social worker, let them know if you can't have dairy or pork. They'll make substitutions, and then you get a week's worth of groceries. Also, if you have a rollaway bag, like one of those, like luggage, I donated one of mine. If you have one, see if you can donate it, because sometimes people who are homeless or they don't have a car or whatever, They show up and they're trying to carry all this food, and it's rough. So if you have luggage, sometimes they have giveaway luggages out front at the Catholic charities, and that's really helpful for people who don't have cars, and they're just showing up, just hoping for the best. So there you go. See if you can help them out. Oh, one more thing, they have diapers. So if you need diapers, they have the pull-ups, newborn up to the toddler sizes, then they have the big ones for adults. So definitely check that out. That's today from it, and in fact, it's only until, I'm sorry, wait, that's tomorrow. I'm reading tomorrow's post, right? So tomorrow, and that is from 10 until 1 on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Probably not this Thursday though. Now, if you can't make it tomorrow before 1 o'clock, that's fine because they'll do it again from 5 until 7. All righty, I think that's it. I'm going to do the weather, and then I'm going to bring on Barb, who is so patiently waiting. And, okay. Oh, yeah. So Panda would love some homemade Korean or Japanese food. I'd love me some kuri yokan. I have a taste for that right now. Yeah, fast food. Yeah, fast food is yeah, it can be bad for you for sure. But if you're judicious about it, you can do okay. Now, Panda again, he's in New York, and I've seen him do this at least twice, where he gave away skates to people in the community. It was wonderful. They had like a cookout, and he had like non what do you call it, vegan barbecuable food. Yeah. Oh, what's he saying? Maybe he could talk to some skaters in my area. Now, what's popular here in Durham? I don't see. I know in New York the rollerblades are probably still popular. I really don't see them here in Durham. What's popular here in Durham are the skateboarders. We have a skateboard park, and then the roller skating park had an old skate park where they asked or allowed skateboarders to take the I don't know what you call them, the hills, the little skateboard ramp thingies, and they took them and put them in a parking lot over by the scrap exchange. So yeah, but let's talk Panda, because what I'm going to do is to ask, because I know the skateboarders, so I can ask them, do we have skaters here in Durham? Because I never see people on roller skates. I only see people on scooters, bicycles, and skateboards. But let's talk, because if we do have skaters, I definitely will find out. It's not hard to do that. Oh, wait, let me do my intro. Wait, let me do my weather. Okay, here we go. Time to do the weather. Gotta have the intro. Okay, so it is 64 degrees right now. It says cloudy, but the sun just came out. Go figure. But anyway, it's cloudy. The high today will be 68, which is super stupendous. Love that. It looks like it's going to be cloudy all afternoon. Sunset is at 5:02. Tomorrow, though, we might get some rain. We're supposed to get rain today, but I guess, yeah, we lucked out. So tomorrow, the high will be 70. Oh my God. 65% chance of rain, though. So do your shopping today if you can. Now, Thanksgiving is going to be 49. I don't know what happened, but it's going to be sunny. So there's that. So let me check my favorite. I like to check my favorite cities sometimes. So I'm going to do that real quick. So how come I can't? Ah, there you go. Okay, Chicago, high of 52 and cloudy. New York, high of 56 and cloudy. Boley, Oklahoma, high of 62, partly cloudy. Los Angeles, high of 76 and sunny. Oh. Talladega, Alabama, 71, rainy. And that is it for my favorite cities. And now let's bring on. Okay, wait a minute. Am I missing comments? Oh, wait. French. Parlez-vous français? All right. Okay. So desu ka, so desu ne. Okay, cool. So Panda speaks French. I know he speaks some Japanese. I remember in Japan, when I was in Japan, they'd always, so desu ka, so desu ne. Anyway, let me continue. Let's bring on Barb. She has been waiting so patiently. So let me do this. Let's see. So dynamic scene, add to scene, transition. Yes, Barb, you're still there, I hope.
Well, it's showing I'm offline.
Hey, oh, off. No, I can see your avatar, your
Me
icon.
too.
Yeah. So how are you? Oh, I can hear you. So obviously you're here. So how are you, Barb?
Um,
Uh oh. Can you hear me, Barb?
yeah.
Hey, you there? Uh oh. Now it says no connection. I think she clicked herself off accidentally because she was on. Okay, so what I'm going to do is do another transition and then let me bring her on again. Add to scene. Add to scene and transition. Boom. Barb. You here? You
It's
with us?
still not working.
I
Can
can,
you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you perfect.
Now, down in the tray, it shows that my audio is off and I cannot turn it off or on. Yet I'm seeing that I'm
No, it's perfect.
broadcasting and there's no. Are you seeing an image of me on the screen?
Yeah.
I'll be darned. Behind the scenes, it does not show. I might take a screenshot of that because I've never.
Yeah.
And it actually shows me offline.
No, you're perfect. It's perfect.
Let me check. I have, yeah, there I am on YouTube. I just checked that
Yeah.
out.
Hmm.
That is mind blowing.
I don't know what's
Yeah.
going on.
Well, nor do I because I did take a screenshot of us here in the studio. I just happened to have you on my YouTube channel so I can see what's on the
Yeah.
YouTube channel.
Okay. Awesome. Oh, Panda's
That is
pointing out that
amazing.
Panda's pointing out that I have to go to the skate. Yeah, the skate park is right on it's right on Broadway. Yeah, so I've been there for sure. I never see people on roller skates. There's a lot of rollerbladers that I know in North Carolina that do skate. It's not just skate. Yeah, yeah. I'll check it out, Panda. I'll check it out. Like I said, I never see them in Durham, never. But I will. And the skate park is right downtown. It's not like New York. I mean, it's like boom. It's like pow. It's right there. And our downtown is like real little. So once you're downtown, it's like, oh, there it is. So, Barb, what's happening?
Well, I just wanted to drop by and wish you a wonderful holiday season. I'm so
Thank you.
thankful to have found you back in the days of Blabs and
Oh, yeah.
stay connected all these years.
It's been at least,
So,
what, 10 years? At least.
yep, just about.
Unbelievable.
It's very strange to think
And
how far we've come.
I want you to tell us about your show, though. I know it's not your show, but
Which one?
you are part. Oh, the one that's on Thursdays.
With Madeline
Oh, you might not be
Slaughter.
doing it this Thursday, right? Because of Thanksgiving, probably.
Right.
Oh,
We're taking hiatus
yeah,
for this Thursday because it's Thanksgiving. Yeah. But we just basically cover the latest news in the AI space and also social media because, I mean, that's how we all first connected was, through going, some of us back to MySpace days.
yeah.
So,
Well, I know your
yeah.
last show you were really talking about AI, and a lot, it was some of it was over my head. I mean, I'm just now really learning how to get into it. Um, but I really enjoy your show because you guys are so knowledgeable about AI and social media, and yeah. So, folks,
It's,
you can follow Barb and watch from her YouTube channel. Not this Thursday, but next Thursday at it's 1 o'clock, isn't it? One
no,
o'clock Eastern, right?
yeah. Okay. Eastern.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Eastern, because I know you don't live Eastern. Yeah, 1 o'clock Eastern. And
Right.
someone is waving hello, USW25. Hello. Very happy to have you here. Indeed. So, are you going to have a Thanksgiving shebang at your house, or?
Not at all. It's just me and my husband at this stage in life, and we're going to take it easy. as
Okay.
usually do. But
You
and of
take the
course we
real,
have the Corky kids still,
of
so
course, of
we'll
course.
we'll have them with us, and
Awesome. Are
I
they going
think
to
that's
get?
what it.
Are you going to put a bit of turkey in their bowls, respective bowls?
I don't even think we're having turkey tomorrow, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
I mean, a turkey is so big, and
Oh
when
yeah.
you have just two people left, I mean, you'd have like 2 months of food. You know,
Well,
I used to
what
when
my
I had.
mom used to do was to make Cornish hens, so each person could have their.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That was my favorite alternative was
Mhm.
to always do Cornish game hens. But and I had oh geez, it's something I learned back in the 70s. I had them in clay pots. They were like in the shape of a Cornish game hen, and you got a couple of them, and you put each Cornish game hen in the separate clay pots,
Oh.
and cook them that way. And so more of the flavor comes. At least
Oh,
I've always found it that way. That more of the flavor comes out.
that sounds
And come to think of
interesting.
it, I haven't seen those.
I've never even heard
See,
of that. That sounds
well,
interesting.
I'm gonna Google it real quick because I see Cornish
That is new to me.
game in clay pot for
And I
cooking.
know with me being in the sunny South, some people are going to have ham
Let's see.
and
Oh,
different.
it tells you it still exists,
Okay,
but they're not showing any pictures of the clay pot. There's
that is new to me.
yeah.
I'm going to look that up.
Wow. I I wonder. Let me say. I'll put images. See if that comes up.
Okay,
Oh, now they have the just the round clay pot, not the ones with the that are in the shape of the Cornish game hen.
I
That
am.
is
You really have got
fascinating.
me curious. I'm going to have to really check.
But it is supposed to hold in more of the juices, from the
Mhm.
Cornish game hen. It's really yummy. And
Wow.
of course, it's like almost like a steamer because of that, because of
Mhm.
having the clay pot, then it makes the meat come free of the bone so easily.
Yeah.
So
You're
there's
making me
nothing.
hungry. I haven't eaten yet, Barb. This is that
Yeah,
sounds really yummy.
I'll have to look and see if I have them here with me at my home here in Albuquerque because I don't remember taking them to my place up in Oregon. I'll have to check to see. But I also had in tradition for Thanksgiving because remember split pea soup. I love. You
My
can
dad
make.
liked that. Yeah, I never liked it. My dad liked that a lot.
Well, I didn't. The traditional recipe that I got from my great grandmother, I didn't like that, but having spent so much of my life, with um, green chili in it that from New Mexico,
Oh,
I
okay.
would I would add the green chili to it, and it was awesome.
Yeah, that sounds very creative. That doesn't sound bad at all, actually.
And I actually the I would actually, back in those days, the blender was everything, and I would blend that up so that it was like thicker than a gravy, but more of that kind of texture of the soup, and it's very good with the
Like
Cornish
a
game
like,
hen.
like broccoli cheese soup or something.
Yes,
Yeah,
same with I would
gotcha.
do that the same way. Yeah, 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 for
Awesome.
sure.
Well, I definitely hope you have a beautiful Thanksgiving. What I'm going to do is to try to get my house straight. It is so messy. It's like somebody broke in and just ran crazy through my house, just throwing everything willy nilly. So I'm going to try to get my house under control,
Wonderful.
get some ironing done. Although my niece says, Aunt Pat, nobody irons anymore.
Yeah, it's
So,
funny you should bring that up. I asked that question I think I asked it on my personal profile on Facebook anymore. Do you still use an iron? And
yes, indeed.
I have really had to stop and think. It's so rare anymore, unless you're using it for crafting when you're actually creating
Oh, yeah.
garments and stuff to
I gotta
set the
have that
seams.
crease. I gotta have that
Yeah,
crease in the
me too.
yeah,
Yeah,
that crease.
for sure, for sure.
Right.
So this morning I got up thinking about, all the folks I've met online
Mhm.
over. I mean, I go back to the BBS days, and It's
Yeah.
like from the 80s to now. And I don't know about you,
I
Patricia, but
vaguely remember those days though, just because my first computer was an Atari 800 XL, and I do remember stumbling around online because I was the first person on the block, so to speak, to get a computer, so I couldn't ask for any help. I was just stumbling around, and I do remember those bulletin board
yeah,
places. Boy, that was a long time ago.
way back. But the music in the 80s was absolutely the best. I mean, having lived through the decades I have, I that was my favorite decade of music, I think.
That's the favorite decade of a lot of people.
Yeah. And the first song that I thought of this morning when I was thinking about all the adventures I've had online was uh, We Are Family
Oh,
by
Sister
Sister
Sledge.
Sledge, and
Yeah,
it came out in
very good.
1983. But what brought it up is that I don't know about you, but when I got onto Facebook, I saw the word Framily and thought it was misspelled. And no, Framley is actually in the Urban Dictionary. And that's, the combination of friends and family. It's like the people that you have met online,
Oh,
Framily. And so I asked ChatGPT to create me a new song to the tune of the other one. And I had so much fun. I thought, isn't this amazing? And I
that's,
just,
that's new to me too. Family. Okay.
it's new to you today?
Yeah. I
Huh?
never I never heard that word before.
Is that right? Well, it was popularized on Facebook. Or when I first got on, I go, "What? You guys learn to spell?" I know I say it,
Then you realize, oh,
but
it's a new phrase.
yeah,
Yeah.
and of course, back then we were just starting to develop. Well, we're online all together. We were developing our own lingo,
Mhm.
and how we speak to each other. And so the Urban Dictionary was born online, and so that was
Yeah,
that was actually put into the Urban Dictionary. And I think that it was actually in 2006 on what was the former, I forget the former name of Facebook, but but back in 2006 early on, the college students wanted, because they were connecting with people that they made friendships with from all over the world,
hmm,
on the platform. They were so excited about it. And so and I thought, here in the 80s was really a defining moment for all of us.
for sure.
And the other thing was that, in thinking about that, I thought, back when we went to school, it was mandatory that we learn how to type.
Oh
And
yeah, and when I was now, oh well, you're older than I am, so I don't know if you, of course, you're not from the same city I am, but when I was younger, typing was just for girls.
yes, yeah, that true,
Yeah, and I remember my grandmother. She said all women need to learn how to type,
right,
and she
right.
sent me to the Cortez Peters business
School,
school
yeah, uh huh,
so I could learn how to type. Because she says you just never know. All women need to know. And actually, that was. I mean, some people say, "Oh, that's really sexist," but I mean, preparing your children for success in the future, or for what might happen, or for a skill that they might need. I'm not upset about it.
yeah, exactly. But
Yeah,
back when we were children, I mean, girls grew up to be secretaries. It was a
yeah,
big deal, and it's like
sure.
I was actually they had certified secretaries, believe it or not. You,
Didn't they
you
have?
actually compete for. I'd have to Google it, but we had to compete for, and it wasn't about being the fastest
Yeah,
typist, but the most accurate.
that's accurate. Yeah,
And now let's fast forward to today, and we're still in the race, so to speak, in the technology race. And I'm wondering what's even required of the kids. I would think you've got to have keyboard knowledge, because I mean, look at, we still use the QWERTY keyboard
yeah.
on our computers. And
I've never heard. I'm not a mommy, so I don't really know. I'm gonna. Well, my niece is. Well, she's older now too. I mean, she's not old, but I mean, she's a mom now herself. I don't know if the little ones nowadays are. I don't remember Jahan taking typing lessons. I think it was just part of what you. It's like picking up a language or something. I don't remember Jahan specifically taking a typing class
Yeah.
because she's.
Well, it's
Yeah.
fascinating when you think about it, whether it's required in, especially in America, because I mean that's when they
Mm,
set, the standards, the educational standards. But I thought about it and fast forward to today.
mhm.
Okay, I still, up until this set of keyboards that I have now, I've had for 3 years, and they all have. I'm missing the S on one of them. I've worn the keyboard
Oh,
because of typing so much that it's worn the paint off,
let me see mine.
and the other one looks almost brand new.
Yeah,
But
mine like brand new.
yeah,
Yeah.
but the thing about it is how we use them today compared to how we used them when we first started using computer keyboards is pretty different.
And what
And
the
well,
only
because
difference
we
I
have,
can think of is I use a trackpad now
uh-huh,
in addition to
but
the keyboard.
there are different, they manufacturers. I'm a Logitech user, and so in the Logitech brand, I mean, I can hook up different monitors and so forth and control them all
Oh,
from that.
oh,
It's all, it's very sophisticated.
yeah.
But when you think of the kid in school and go back there, and he's got to write a term, well, they still have to write. I don't know if they call them term papers, but they're long,
Mm,
dissertations of something that they've learned. And now with AI, they can just talk to the AI, literally with give it voice commands,
yeah.
and then they take that and do a copy paste into a document. Even if you're using Word, especially a
Yeah.
Microsoft product, it brings their version of ChatGPT into it to help you in editing it. I mean,
Mhm.
it's crazy. But when you think about getting things done,
Mhm.
when in a day, a child getting their homework done,
Yeah.
I mean, they've got to have it so much easier than we did. They just got
If
to.
if they have the equipment and the bandwidth that's necessary, because that's a big problem. Actually, I need to tell folks if they're low income, check out the MiFi. Go to DurhamSkyWriter.com. Go to the word page. Check under City of Durham, and look for the MiFi program. You got to sign up by the end of November to get free Wi-Fi. Uh,
Wow.
check it out. The end of the month is on a weekend, and I'm sure local government is not going to be open Thursday or Friday. Tomorrow, I would say it would be the last day to sign up for MiFi.
Wow, that's good to know.
Get that. I think MiFi. I think it's nationwide because it's federal money that's given to Durham City and County, and yeah.
Oh
So yeah.
yeah, it says it's brand of a wireless router
Mhm,
refers to a portable wireless router that allows multiple devices to connect to the internet via mobile broadband connection.
mhm. Yeah.
And they create personal hotspots, and
So
so it
very
says,
important.
what is MiFi? 4G and 5G mobile,
Yeah.
but you said it's government, right? I'm still not. Why are they not bringing that up right away?
Well, here at least in Durham is the city of Durham and Durham County are collaborating.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to put government and see what happens if I put Wi-Fi after government. See if
I used to have the full.
Durham, North Carolina comes up first on that in the
That's because we're
search.
here.
Well, it's
How we
and
get.
it does say it's free service to qualified residents
Hmm.
in the city and county of Durham.
Hmm.
So,
Not trying to brag,
but
but
nothing else.
Durham is a hip place. I'm just saying. Now, Patty
Yeah.
was saying, I don't know if he's having trouble watching because YouTube is buggy, but just keep in mind if you're talking about trying to watch the show now, Bull City Hangout is on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn under Patricia A. Murray, and Twitch. I think Twitch is Drum Skywriter. Pretty sure. But yeah, nobody watches. I don't have, nobody watches Bull City Hangout on Twitch. I can't imagine anybody watching my show on Twitch. That's for gamers. But I figured, what the heck? And actually, Instagram is available now, but you have to jump through hoops. And I'm going to learn which hoops to jump through because I think I'd like to do Bull City Hangout on Instagram.
Hmm.
Because
Hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't mind getting rid of Twitch and because I have hundreds of followers on Instagram, and I'm not doing anything on Instagram, and I need to.
Uh-huh.
And as far as Twitch, I think what I have like probably 14 or 6 followers, all from Blab. So
Yeah. I didn't. I haven't signed into Twitch in quite a while myself,
yeah,
as I
yeah, I
just
know Twitch. Yeah, I know Twitch is for everybody. I actually have a couple of guitar players. One is from
Mhm.
Brazil that's on Twitch. Yeah, but it's known for gaming. But yeah, actually, check out the Bull City Gamers. Durham has a local, like a, what do you call it, video game squad,
Yeah.
and they're, in fact, they're having a, I think they had their tournament already. I think,
Wow.
yeah. But anyway, yeah, this online thing is still very exciting. There's so much to explore. Still,
Absolutely. I
still.
just think it's so exciting for the future. I think it's exciting to be participating in it now. It's even more exciting to really think about the future
Mm.
of communication.
The
And
only real downside that I'm seeing right now is AI being misused by,
yeah.
by students, and also some people are talking to their AI and naming it, and they're making it a friend, and things are going
Hmm.
awry with some
The
people.
psychological impact. Yeah. That's one of the things I have when I'm exploring new technologies, communication technology specifically, is I'm always checking about the psychological effects of it
Mhm.
because
Yeah.
it's very addictive. Like you and I haven't met in person, but knowing, I mean, and we do go back to the Blab days, and that was where we could just press a button and come in and start chatting with people from around the world.
Hmm.
And it's very addictive. Well,
Yeah.
that's a psychological impact. It's
You
like,
got to be so
oh,
careful with that. So careful.
exactly, exactly.
And
And
actually, Panda has a GoFundMe. He's saying Twitch should help GoFundMe promote real stories. And actually, Panda has a GoFundMe going on right now. If you don't mind my mentioning this, Panda, he has cancer, and he's struggling, really struggling. And he has a GoFundMe campaign. So you might want to, you can check that out if you like. And Panda, feel free to put the link in the comments. Um, not the comments here for the show, but the comments on the. I don't know if you're on YouTube, or I can't tell.
yeah, he's on YouTube.
Oh, it's on YouTube. Yeah, I think if you, yeah, don't post it on the YouTube now because it'll disappear after the show ends. So wait till the show ends and then put. Oh, I don't think you can put links on YouTube. That's right. Well, feel free.
Don't you share your live to your community page?
Yeah, he can. Yeah, he can put it on. Yeah, he can do that, or he could also put the link on Facebook as well.
Uh huh.
So yeah, definitely do that because he needs the help. And he's saying AI sucks, but people said TV sucks when it came out.
Yeah,
Uh,
I remember that.
every everything that is a tool can definitely, just like fentanyl, that
Yeah,
sucks when it's used in the streets. It's supposed to be used in the operating rooms. If I'm talking about the right, isn't fentanyl the thing that they use in the
yeah.
operating? Yeah. So that sucks. Yeah, when it's on the street. But yeah, everything. I shouldn't say no, not everything. Not everything's useful, but as far as AI though, I I have to admit, Barb, I still haven't gone beyond using AI to create um, illustrations for my
Mhm.
articles. So I haven't moved beyond that yet, but I am learning. Actually, I went to a workshop, a virtual workshop earlier this week. I mean, last week, Barb. Here's the thing. It was journalists talking about how they use AI. There's this guy right here in North Carolina, not in Durham, but in Charlotte, and he was using AI. Okay, so he has articles in his newspaper, and he used AI. How did he do it? He used AI to read the article and create a script for an accompanying video.
Mm-hmm.
And I was
Yeah.
like, oh my God, I know you could do things like that.
Yeah. For sure.
So,
We cover that in that program that I do on Thursdays, all that kind of stuff. So,
okay.
yeah, for sure. That's how we keep up with it. For
So
sure.
that use of AI, when he's when and they had six journalists expressing how they use AI in their work, and most of them I couldn't really relate to. But this
Mm-hmm.
guy in North Carolina, I was like, I can relate to this because he was using it in a way that I could see myself doing so. Using articles and translating them into video and creating scripts. And
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
boy, I mean, I'm going to contact this cat because he was a Hispanic cat. And and the actually the newspaper that he is with, I think we get it in the Durham area, even though it is from Charlotte. I think it's a statewide Hispanic publication. It's not La Raza, it's the other one. I forget. But anyway, I'm going to La Noticia. So anyway, I'm going to contact him because that was inspirational. Because another thing I'd like to do with I have certain things that are for the Hispanic community in the Durham Skywriter, and I have them now in Spanish.
All right.
Yeah, yeah. So
That's
that's
good.
so that's cool as well.
Exactly. Well, me with my ballooning community, I mean, I've got languages all over the world, all different ones. I mean,
Yeah.
French was the first one that came up, and then,
Mhm.
of course, Spanish because, and it's really more, it's more Mexican Spanish. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? It's
Mhm.
that there's different dialects to it,
Yeah.
but had that so those three languages right away. But I have so many friends in the ballooning community. I mean, they've got speaking Russian, Chinese,
Wow.
all,
Yeah.
and so it was how to communicate with them better. And
Mhm.
for that, it's been a godsend, really has.
Yeah.
I really have appreciated having that technology to use that way. So,
Mhm. Now Panda's talking about journalism. He's like a street journalist. He
a
shows his
citizen journalist. I
sort
mean,
of. He's
that's what
really
CNN came
well,
up with.
he's
Yeah,
sharing his life. He's not really sharing other people's lives as much as
just his own.
showing us how
Right.
he's living. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, so it's like a street journalist, and I say that with respect because I don't have a journalism degree. So when I call myself a journalist, I'm doing that really with the caveat that I am not educated in that field. But I call myself a journalist because I'm doing the work of a journalist, but I don't have the training. So I call myself a street journalist as well. I'm self-taught. As far as old-fashioned journalism, it still exists. I'm certainly doing it. And most of the now I have noticed that here in locally, I will see an article occasionally them saying this article was put together with the help of artificial intelligence,
Mm-hmm.
but they're not. I don't think they're cheating necessarily. At least
And
not.
I don't, yeah, I agree with you. They're not cheating if they're true journalists. I mean, to me, it's like having when you have a rough draft of a story,
Mhm.
and your editing tools are, the more superior your editing tools are, the better writer you are.
Yeah.
Because it's all communication is, when it gets
Yeah.
down to the bottom line, hitting that is like interpretation, how it's best going to be interpreted through multiple languages around the world.
Yeah. You've got to be a communicator.
And that's why, okay, so now here's where the AI comes in. So
Okay.
let's say you're a really class A journalist for USA News, right?
Okay.
Well, then you can put your, you can put your transcript into the AI and have it transcribed into German, into French, whatever language it
Mhm.
is with your dialect. And you get, with those kinds of things in particular, you get much better interpretation than
Okay.
we did when we were trying to use people interpreters.
And Google Translate,
Yeah, right.
that can be
And so
rough.
that is much improved.
Yeah.
But again, as a journalist, no matter what your sources are, you need to verify things. And
Mhm.
so that's what editing is all about.
Yeah.
You're checking, even if, let's say, going back to the analog days, you
Mhm.
have a cub reporter working under you, and you say, I've got to do a story on such and such, right away, and so they put the rough draft together.
Mhm.
You did that in typing on paper before,
Mhm.
but now they can even. It's not that they can't have subordinates, a reporter, in working with them on a project, having multiple talents working with them on a project.
Mhm.
But by having the tools that we have today, the articles, there's just no excuse for not having fine quality articles from top journalists. I think you remember Mitch Jackson, don't you, when we had
Oh
on the
yeah,
last?
I've heard that name
Well,
in years.
Mitch was today on Facebook. He posted a prompt that you could use, in ChatGPT to actually weed out fake news, and doing it to where you get, balanced
Oh,
results. And I thought about that, and it's like, even so, when you're making your prompts, you're gearing it towards your way of thinking. And
yeah,
that's
yeah,
like,
yeah.
as a reporter, when you're reporting a story, it's your way of thinking. That's why some they can both through school. Two reporters. They can both work for. I'm just going to say CNN because that's where I got my training. But you have two reporters brought up from different schools,
Mhm.
and they're given the same story assignment, and they come out totally different.
Absolutely,
They have
absolutely,
the main characters are all the same, but the interpretation is different.
absolutely.
So.
That's why I always felt that journalists, education's fine. I'm all for it. My mom was a teacher. My aunt was a teacher. My granddad was a teacher. I mean, I love teachers. But I think if you're going to be a journalist, you have to be part of the community. I have seen so many articles written about, for example, the South Side of Chicago, where they're just assuming, oh, it's South Side, it must be ghetto because it's the South Side. That's where the ghettos are, and
Aw.
it's like no, you need to. And I've heard people talking about bad neighborhoods. And
Oh,
it's like, come on, you know,
really?
it really takes away from the newspaper or whatever news outlet it is. It really takes away from their reputation, I feel, when you send people out there who aren't really a part of the community. And it doesn't mean you have to live on 83rd and Prairie or 79th in Princeton. No, I mean, at least go over there. Don't just write the story. I remember I proofread a book for, I used to be a freelance proofreader back home. And I read this, it was a book for dog owners. And they wanted me to read the book because they included the South Side, which usually the South Side is ignored because most white people live on the North Side. Um, it was so wrong. It was so full of errors. It was obvious that he had not set foot on the South Side. He got everything wrong. And my notes were such that they just had to they had to do it over. They had to find somebody else. It was obvious the guy was just wiring it in, you know, and that's just journalism, just basic journalism. You have to actually, you have to be there, but at least be familiar enough to not make a fool of yourself. And Panda's saying every neighborhood can be a bad neighborhood, and that's true. because
Yeah.
people can have horrible things happen in their homes in rich neighborhoods. And then
Right.
you can be in a so-called slum and have a wonderful experience. When I moved back to Woodlawn, my old neighborhood, it had become low income by then. I wanted to be a homeowner, and I couldn't afford where I grew up. Being a single person with a very modest income job, I had a wonderful stay in Woodlawn. Sure, it was always called ghetto and slum and all that on the news, but then I had the best neighbors. And in fact, even though it was a low income neighbor, I would say probably because we were outside more. When you're in a middle income neighborhood, when it's hot out, everybody stays inside in the air conditioning. But when you're in a poor neighborhood, we're all on the front porch, you know, and you get to see your
Mhm.
neighbors more, you talk to them more. And I found it far more friendly. Although I love Chatham, my middle class neighborhood, sure. But Woodlawn was fine too, even though it was maligned in the news all the time. It was a fine community.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's the people that make community.
Exactly. And as a journalist, you have to be in there.
Yep. So
You really do. I don't even see the point of being a journalist if you're not going to become familiar with what you're writing about. It's just stupid.
exactly. Couldn't agree with you more. I'm sure
Absolutely.
that's why we've been attracted to each other for so long.
We're both doing the work.
yeah, absolutely.
And one of these days, Barb, I hope to go to one of these balloon events in North Carolina. One of these days. Because I went to what do you call it when they jump out of the plane with the parachutes? I went to one of those events.
Uh huh.
That was exciting. But the only balloon event I went to, I told you about it, where I was in Virginia and I was visiting friends and we heard a balloon overhead and we hopped in the car and followed it, which was exciting in itself. But I hope to definitely go to one of the balloon events here in North Carolina. So
I had lots of good ones. I know the pilots.
it's my niece calling.
okay.
I'm gonna tell her that I'll be calling her back. Yeah, I'll be calling her back. So anyway, thank you for dropping in, Barb.
Sure.
Always love to have you here. So I'll be missing your show obviously on Thursday, but next Thursday. So folks, check out Barb T USA on YouTube because when they're on Thursdays at 1 Eastern, they're really teaching us a lot about social media. Um,
And
I
AI, using AI responsibly.
responsibly
yes.
alcohol. They say drink responsibly.
Responsibly.
I
Yeah,
don't say
for
not to drink
sure.
at all, but if you do drink, do so responsibly. Same with AI. There you go. So, Barb, thank you so much for being on the
You're
show.
welcome. Yep.
And I'll see you real soon. I hope you have a beautiful Thanksgiving.
You too. Take
Okay.
care. I'll see you soon.
Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.
And Panda is saying, let's see, or if you're in a poor neighborhood, you turn on the water fire. Oh, that is so old school. Yeah, the fire hydrants, indeed. Yeah, in Woodlawn, there's no local pool, but in Woodlawn, if you're familiar, I know you've been in Chicago too, Panda. Woodlawn is practically right by the lake. Oh my goodness! Wait, let me tell Jahan I'm going to call her back. Okay, wait a minute, 1 second. She forgot I'm doing my show. She's on Chicago time. She forgot. Yeah, skydiving. That's it. Yeah, the some of the police officers here in Durham were leaping out of planes to promote an anti-domestic violence campaign, and that was wild. It was absolutely wild to see it in person. Wow, that was pretty wild. So anyway, I think my guest has left, and I've done the show. I've read my announcements. I've given you the weather. I think that is it for today. Now, tomorrow, I'll be on again at noon. If you hear sounds, that's next door. They're doing lawn care. And I know a lot of people apologize when there's sounds like that. I don't apologize because I call it the beautiful sound of home ownership. If you know, you know. I'm just saying, don't ever apologize for people living their lives because they're doing it, and I appreciate that, and I love it. And with that, and Panda, yeah, I'm not going to have Thanksgiving either. But I hope you're doing better. Hope you're doing okay. Hopefully, maybe we can talk. I know we've been texting each other, but my phone number is right there on the screen. So you've been texting me, so there's no reason why we shouldn't be able to talk. But that's up to you. Leave that up to, no pressure, no pressure. So I do hope that you're able to have some kind of a Thanksgiving. What I'll probably, like I said, what I'm probably going to do is clean up and hopefully do a FaceTime with my family back home in Chicago. Like I said, my cousin died, so we can't have Thanksgiving. But anyway, I'm going to figure out how to do something. So with that, I'll see you tomorrow. Bull City Hangout is going to be at noon tomorrow Eastern. Folks, if you want to come on the show, you can always do so, but only from the Facebook page. I once made the mistake of putting the link on YouTube and somebody showed up naked. So that was inappropriate and very embarrassing. I was able to recover very quickly, do some quick editing. I don't even think the authorities even noticed. I acted so quickly, it wasn't even funny. So now I restrict the link to join me on camera to Facebook. If you want to be on my show, do it from the Durham Skywriter Facebook page. That goes for Panda, anybody watching the show. So with that, let me check the weather one more time, and then I'm out. So right now it has gone up to, oh, that's Talladega. Wait a minute. Let me go back to Durham. Ah, wait a minute. Ah, how come it's not allowing me to? Okay, I'm trying to go to Durham. There we go. There we go. So it has gone up to 67 since I've been yapping. And the high today will be 68, although it says it's cloudy. Sunset will be at 5:02. Again, tomorrow it's it's moved up to 70% chance of rain. So I think it's definitely going to rain tomorrow, but the high will be 70. If you can do your shopping today, you might want to do that today because you don't want everything to get wet tomorrow. So with that, have a beautiful day. I'll see you tomorrow at noon. Oh, wait, let me line up my outro. Wait a minute. Got to be smooth. Okay. So with that, ciao for now.